PCG, pinoproseso na ang pagbili ng 45 barko, kabilang na ang limang 97-meter multi-role response vessel na mula sa Japan, 40 barko gagawin mismo sa Cebu, iba pang mga proyekto ng PCG, alamin. Budget para sa Department of National Defense, tinaasan na ng kongreso. US President Biden at Chinese President Xi Jinping nagkaharap na. Yan ang mga bagay na pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Kaya't kung bago ka pa lang sa ating channel, ay mag-subscribe ka na at i-click mo na rin ang notification bell para lagi kang updated sa mga kaganapan at modernong kagamitan na ating pag-uusapan. Upang makasabay sa mga assets ng China at mabantayan ang ating karagatan, ay naglatag ang Philippine Coast Guard ng kanilang pangmalakasang acquisition plan. Layunin nito na magkaroon ng sapat na bilang ng kagamitan ang ating PCG na magagamit sa pagpapatrolya sa katubigan ng bansa, lalong-lalo na sa West Philippine Sea. Ang planong ito ay kinabibilangan ng pagbili ng 10 Ocean Patrol o malalaking multi-role response vessel, 30 units ng offshore patrol vessels, 40 unit ng maliliit na multi-role response vessel, 100 units ng fast patrol boats at 12 strategic sea lift vessel. Nais rin ng Philippine Coast Guard na magkaroon ng 9 units ng multi-role helicopters, 21 radar stations nationwide, coastal monitoring and communication system sa Cebu at Coast Guard base sa Cebu to Island. Sa ngayon ay prinoproseso na ng Philippine Coast Guard ang pagbili ng dagdag na 5 units ng 97 multi-role response vessel sa Japan na upgraded version naman ng Teresa Magbanwa class mrrv. Noong anibersaryo din ng Philippine Coast Guard nitong nakaraang buwan, ay kinumpirma ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ang pagbili ng gobyerno ng 40 units ng 40-feet vessels para sa Philippine Coast Guard na gagawin mismo sa Cebu.
The training and the capabilities of all our people, especially the Coast Guard, not only because they are on the front line in the problems now that we're facing in the West Philippine Sea, but also because of the very important function that they play when it comes to search and rescue, when it comes to maritime incidents, when it comes to even disaster assistance. Marami silang ginagawa. So we are continuing to the new vessel that we are seeing there, the 40-foot vessel that's made in Cebu. Yan ang isa sa ating mga idadagdag natin. We will eventually have 40 of them, and that will give us an increased capability. This is ongoing. The Philippines is lucky as we have many friends around the world, and marami sa ating mga kaibigan na karatig bansa, at kahit na yung galing sa malalayo ay tinutulungan tayo para pagandahin at patibayin ang ating Coast Guard. Alright?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Noong nakaraang linggo lang din, ay formal na inanunsyo ng palasyo ang offer ng bansang India na mag-provide ng 7 helicopters para sa ating Philippine Coast Guard na magagamit umano ng Pinas para sa rescue and humanitarian efforts. Bukod pa dito, ay marami pang mga bansa ang nais makiisa sa modernization ng PCG at nag-o-offer ng iba't ibang uri ng kagamitan. Sa aking palagay, ay dahil ito sa pinapakitang katatagan at katapangan ng Philippine Coast Guard, kaya't nakukuha nito ang atensyon at interes ng ibang mga bansa. Samantala, kinumpirma ni Speaker Martin Romualdez na tinaasan na ng kongreso ang pondo na ilalaan para sa 2024 budget ng Department of National Defense. Umabot na sa 282.7 billion pesos ang pondo para sa sektor ng pandepensa ng bansa. Mas malaki ito ng 38% kumpara sa defense budget ng taong 2023 na nagkakahalaga lamang ng 204.56 billion pesos. Mas mataas din ito sa proposed budget para sa taong 2024 na nagkakahalaga ng 232.2 billion pesos. Ayon sa Max Defense Philippines, ay malamang sa malamang ay tinaasan ito ng Kongreso upang ma-accommodate ang ilang proyekto ng AFP Modernization Program, lalong-lalo na nasa panghuling horizon na ito ng programa. Sa balitang international naman, ay muli nang nagharap sina US President Joe Biden at Chinese President Xi Jinping. Dito ay napag-usapan ng dalawang pangulo ang patungkol sa maraming aspeto, kabilang na ang aspetong pangmilitar at ang paligsahan ng dalawang bansa.
The China-US relationship, which is the most important bilateral relationship in the world, should be perceived and envisioned in a broad context of the accelerating global transformations unseen in a century. It should develop in a way that benefits our two peoples and fulfills our responsibility for human progress. China-US relationship has never been smooth sailing over the past 50 years or more, and it always faces problems of one kind or another. Yet it has kept moving forward amid twists and turns. For two large countries like China and the United States, turning their back on each other is not an option. It is unrealistic for one side to remodel the other, and conflict and confrontation has unbearable consequences for both sides. Planet Earth is big enough for the two countries to succeed, and one country's success is an opportunity for the other.
We know each other for a long time. We haven't always agreed, which was not a surprise to anyone, but our meetings have always been candid, straightforward, and useful. I've never doubted what you've told me in terms of your candid nature in which you speak. I value our conversation because I think it's paramount that you and I understand each other clearly, leader to leader, with no misconceptions or miscommunication. We have to ensure that competition does not veer into conflict, and we also have to manage it responsibly, that competition. That's what the United States wants, and what we intend to do. I also believe that's what the world wants for both of us, candid exchange. We also have a responsibility to our people and the work in the world to work together when we see it in our interest to do so. And a critical global challenges we face, from climate change to counter-narcotics to artificial intelligence, demand our joint effort.
Matapos ang kanilang pagpupulong, ay sinabi naman ni Chinese President Xi Jinping na hindi kailanman ninais ng China na magkaroon ng gyera laban sa kahit sino mang bansa.
Whatever stage of development it may reach, China will never pursue hegemony or expansion and will never impose its will on others. China does not seek spheres of influence and will not fight a cold war or a hot war with anyone. China will remain committed to dialogue and oppose confrontation and build partnerships instead of alliances. It will continue to pursue a mutually beneficial strategy of opening up. The modernization we are pursuing is not for China alone. We are ready to work with all countries to advance global modernization featuring peaceful development, mutually beneficial cooperation, and common prosperity, and to build a community with a shared future for mankind.
Sa kabila ng kanilang progresibong pagpupulong, ay naniniwala pa rin si Biden na isang diktador si Ping.
Mr. President, after today, would you still refer to President Xi as a dictator? This is a term that you used earlier this year.
Well, look, he is. I mean, he's a dictator in the sense that he is a guy who runs a country that is a communist country that is based on a form of government totally different than ours.
Bago ito, ay sinabi na rin ni Biden na seryoso ito sa Mutual Defense Treaty ng Pinas at Amerika at kasing tibay ng bakal umano ang commitment nito sa Pilipinas.
Just this past week, PRC vessels acted dangerously and unlawfully as our Philippine friends conducted a routine resupply mission within their own exclusive economic zone in the South China Sea. I want to be clear. I want to be very clear. The United States defense commitment to the Philippines is ironclad. The United States defense agreement with the Philippines is ironclad. Any attack on the Filipino aircraft vessels or armed forces will invoke our mutual defense treaty with the Philippines.
Ikaw, anong masasabi mo sa balita natin ngayon? I-comment lamang ang iyong sagot sa comment section. At dito na po magtatapos ang ating video. Maraming salamat sa panonood at mag-ingat po kayo.